Hi guys, Vevor Revisited. Why? Well, I have some things to tell you, I have some things to show you. Bottom line, I really want to focus on this machine once again, and you will see why in a moment. Okay, the Vevor Revisited. I have here the small basic version. We have a large version, twice the length. Not much of a difference. This is the one I want to address. I did a video. I compared the Vevor with the Proxon. I had my doubts. I had some issues, but then again, I also had some issues with the Proxon itself. I did play around more with the Vevor, and I think it's a machine that is really interesting, at least interesting for revisiting. A big plus, I addressed this before, so but hey, this is the kind of introduction, is its height. I mean, we have a 10+ inch height here, where the Proxon only has 5.5 inch height. And since I'm building larger stuff like the nativity scenes, and there's much more to come, I really thinking about using the Vevor machine more and more. That being said, the whole wire contraption is still something I want to look into. But again, apart from that, let's take a new and fresh look at the Vevor. So working with it is quite straightforward, because hey, it's the same, right? A hot wire, a table, and off you go. But for the Proxon we have a support, as you can see here, and sure, I can put that one here and start shifting, but just to test out, I made a Vevor guider. Let me see. Okay, so here goes nothing. I have a block here, and this block is actually, let me see, this block is a little over 10 inch. So let's put on the heat and let's see what happens. Whoa. Off we go. Okay, so here we have it. How cool is that? 10 inch high sheet of foam, maybe 1/5, no, less, 1/8 of an inch, 1/5 of an inch, whatever. It's thin. But hey, having a guider that actually works with the Vevor, now that's cool. So that's fine. So that really helps working with this machine, because this is the original fence that comes with the machine, and try cutting this with a low fence. So okay, cool. Makes the machine a little bit more interesting. Let's try another one. Well, first of all, I want to cut a block that's roughly a little bit over 4 inch. So, oh, there it goes. When it comes to the heat, I really need to get used to that. There is not a switch on the machine. There is a knob here at the side that I have to turn on and off. But okay, so I want to prepare something. There are some drops on the machine when you cut, and this tells me that the wire is really hot at the moment. But after the cut, you will see that there are some drops of foam or pieces of foam on the wire. Like there they are. And I do this. And the drops, they are now little hard pieces here on the board. I do this because if I cut again and these drops are still on the wire, then they are very hot and they make larger holes. Well, they burn a lot more. Okay, have a block. Let's make another block. Okay, but again, this is quite an improvement, so pleased with this. Okay. Now, I really would like to make a hexagon. So, okay. So yeah, here we have it. A multi-corner cutter. We have the hexagon. And let's try and make a 9 centimeters. No, 8 centimeters. Okay, that's cool. Get those out. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Okay, there we go. I think I will have to, I think I want to use a Vevor machine with a foot pedal because as you can see a lot of smoke coming from the wire. The wire is also a little bit thicker. So a foot pedal, now if I have a approximate foot pedal, so but it works with on the Vevor as well. So yeah, so I can switch it off as soon as I finished my cut, because there's a lot of smoke, as you can see. Okay, but anyways, as you can see, I really need to learn the heat of the machine. But here I have a hexagon. So yes, I have a functioning multi-corner cutter for the Vevor, which I think is really nice. So yeah, yet again, a great step forward. We can also work with these kinds of shapes. And while I'm at it, why not make a pointy roof? There we go. Okay. The cool thing is that this machine is indeed a lot higher than the Proxim, which also gives me more possibilities for actually cutting higher or larger angled blocks. I still have problems with huge blocks and the arm is in the way, but here it's a lot less, so that's nice. But then again, okay, having all said that, let's try. Okay. Okay. So here you have it. An angle cutter for the Vevor machine. Yep, works really well. So again, a little step which makes the machine more interesting for me to work with. And finally, sure, let's try and do this one. And after this one, I really want to share with you some thoughts that I found out after I made these tools for the Vevor. So here we have a circular cutting board, meaning that, let's say, okay, if this is the middle, then okay, I'm just trying to, okay, this is perfect. Okay, so here we go. Not sure if I'm in the middle. I might end up with a circle that's not a perfect circle, but hey, let's try. So here we go. Oh, by the way, I am making a 4-inch circle, just so you know. Oh, too hot, too hot, too hot, too hot, too hot. Ooh, yeah, okay, that's better. Okie dokie, and there I have my circle. Yeehaw! So yeah, and by the way, apart from the circle, yeah, I also have my little dome thingy, and since I have more height, I can make quite large domes. I think, oh, let's see, where is my, oh yeah. Oh, let me see. Depending, 20 centimeters, which is 8-inch domes. Crazy. Okay, but yeah, looking at this machine once again, I really wanted to come back to the machine because I think I was too much focused on the Proxen, but working with these tools on the Vevor is actually a lot of fun. Okay, so it's a lot more fun to work with a machine like this the basic Vevor machine with these tools. They work really well, and the machine does its thing. The heat control is a little bit difficult, but actually if you have the heat adjusted just fine, then the solution is to use a foot pedal, so you won't have to switch on, off, turn on, off. So that's something that's not a really big issue. I really recommend use a foot pedal or make your own. It's not that difficult, and then you're good to go. I made a video where I actually it's called the Proxen hack, I believe. I have a machine where the wire is so out of sync that the only way to actually fix that, I had to cut away a part of the top bar, because the wire looking from this side was in an extreme angle, which I could not alter in another way. This issue will never happen with the Vevor, because I have here the block where I can move the wire left, right to make it perfectly straight. And yes, I have here the arm, as you can see. You see? So from both angles I can make a perfect, I can align the wire perfectly. So I think that's a plus. The only thing that I think is a little bit strange is that the position of the bar and of the wire. As you can see, the arm is centered. It's not centered. It's way to the back. I have a lot of workspace in front and not that much in the back. So if I cut very large strips of foam, I have a lot of support in front. I have less support at the rear, so I must be aware that it doesn't flip, right? Another thing is that mostly if you work in a 28mm scale or something, you work with relatively tiny, small blocks and elements, and it's nice to also have a work surface from my vision, on the right side of the wire. Now you see, it has quite a lot of space here and very little space here. So if I want to cut something, let's say I need to cut away a very tiny thing of this sheet, you see there is less space for support, which I think is a little bit odd. So I might alter that on the machine, adding an elevated area here to solve that problem. And again, it may not be that big of an issue, but I think it's an odd positioning of the wire. But apart from that, as you hopefully understand, I really wanted to address the Vevor again, because now with all the basic tools also available for me for this machine, makes it a more balanced, honest, leveled comparison with the Proxen, and I like it. Sorry, I like it. Okay, finally, this video, while making this video, the tools I showed you for the Vevor are not in the shop yet. As soon as this video is released, they might be in the shop, but they may not be in the shop still. If so, send me a PM and we sort things out. That's not a problem. But yeah, they will be definitely available in the shop. And again, if not, just send me an email. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. On to the next video. Bye.